Hi, my name is Jane Bevan.
My name is Ashley Visoso.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to meet you
Ashley.
too.
So you're interested in one of our nursing positions
Yes.
today. Okay. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I've always been athletic. I do sports. I always did track, soccer. That's always been what I've always done. I've worked at a Mexican restaurant since I've been in 4th grade, so I have a little bit of job experience. I have experience with people. I love working around people. It's just something I love to do. I might not like getting up early, but boy, I love to work with people. It's just something I love. I love interacting with people.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate you sharing that with me.
Thank you.
And can you tell me what you see as your greatest strength?
My greatest strength would honestly be being able to communicate with people, being able to get my point across, being able to just connect with people, for sure. I love interacting, like I said. I love talking to people, getting close to people, being able to see how their life's going, especially with working at a restaurant. That really helped me out. I like getting to know them on a personal level, or even if it did start off with just getting their drinks, it goes into like, oh, how's your day? And, they kind of start opening up a little bit more, and that's what I love about, working with people, for sure.
Excellent. Okay, what do you see as your greatest weakness?
Procrastination, for sure. I always put things at the last minute, but I always I stress about it till the last minute, for sure, but I always get it done. Even if it is at the last minute, I get it done. I put everything, all my effort goes into whatever needs to get done. So it gets done regardless. I will stress about it, but it does get done.
Okay, thanks for your honesty. Appreciate that. Why do you want to work with this organization?
I just want to work with people, honestly. It's more than anything people. It's what I want to base my life around, just interaction. It's just getting to know people, getting to see how their life's going. I would love to, make them feel better, even if, I do want to go into, nursing or anesthesiology. It's just, I want to make them feel better. I want to be able to know that I did something for them. So, just to make their life a little easier, because I know life does get rough. And
so anesthesiology is what you want to look into?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to ask you what area of nursing you were interested in, but that's good. So why did you leave your last job?
It wasn't really working with my schedule. The previous years I did have sports, like I said, and I was looking for a job that would kind of work with my schedule, and that job kind of, at first they did, but then as it started going on, I started getting hours a little bit earlier. I couldn't make it to practice, and I did see myself, from going, for example, I do track. I do pole vault, and I went from going up to 8.5 feet to going to 7.6, and that's all because I didn't practice. I didn't get to make myself better, and I did see myself go from one of the best to maybe just average, and I didn't really like that, because all that hard work that I would like to put in, all that hard work I put in through the years, just kind of, it was a downfall, and I did not like that.
Okay, I understand that. So what do you see as your best accomplishment so far?
Honestly, it would be based around sports as of now. Soccer, I did get MVP for soccer. I went to state 4 years in a row in track for pole vault. I want to go a 5th year this year, and I'm hoping that I can put in that work. And what I like about that is just that, for example, track is an individual sport, so all the work that you put in, all the dedication does pay off in the end, and you can see it, and so I think that's what it is.
Okay, excellent. Very good accomplishments. What are your future goals?
Honestly, I would just like to get the position of anesthesiology. That's what I've been working towards my whole life. I've wanted to work around people, medical field for sure. I want to go in for nursing. That way, life does happen sometimes, and I want to have a backup plan. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, go to pre-med. It's just way easier, less money. But honestly, even though in the end I'm probably going to have to pay a lot more, it's just, you want to have that backup plan. You want to be able to be like, okay, well, maybe I didn't get into the anesthesiology program, but I have nursing to fall back on. I have a backup plan just until I can get back on my feet and figure out what I want to do.
Okay, that's very wise. Okay, why should we hire you?
Honestly, I love working with people, like I said multiple times. I know I'm getting repetitive, but honestly, my job is my first priority. If it's something I love, it's something that's going to be put at the top of my list. Nothing's going to come in between me and whatever I love. So I think I'm going to be dedicated. I'm going to do what needs to get done. Anything you ask of me, anything you need, I will always be available, especially for a job that I want to do, especially for something that I love. I will always be open for that specifically.
Okay, thank you. So what are your salary expectations?
Honestly, I don't have any expectations for salary, anything that, if it's the job that I love, I just want to be here for the people. I want to be here to work with people. I want to be here to do what I love.
So we can pay you $1? Is that what you're saying?
Honestly,
No.
I could honestly, yeah, I honestly wouldn't
No,
mind.
the position that we have open, it starts at $45,000. It's one of those that it builds.
Yeah.
With our company, and usually within 5 years you'll be at 75,000.
That's completely fine,
So,
honestly.
it's a good,
Yeah.
it's a good salary. We expect a lot for that salary.
Yeah.
We expect dedication, so I just wanted to throw that out
Yeah,
there.
that's completely fine with
Reminding
me.
you with that dollar, but
Yeah.
but I know when you love something,
Yeah. It's not about the
it's
money,
not-
honestly.
Yeah, it isn't. It isn't. If I were to ask your professors to describe you, what would they say?
I am very outgoing. I talk a lot. Growing up, I always got in trouble for talking a lot. No matter where I got moved, it was always talking. My parents always got called for me talking. I love interacting with people. So, no matter where I got sat down, I always talked. And so I feel like I'm very outgoing. I do get my stuff done, even though I do like to, talk in class and whatnot, but I do get my stuff done and I do what is expected of me, if not more, so.
So do you have any questions for me?
Not that I can think of right now, no.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'm a procrastinator too, so I understand that.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Ashley Visoso.
Hello.
I'm Ashley
Nice to
Visoso.
meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, Ashley, can you tell us what your greatest strength is?
My greatest strength is working with people. It is being able to communicate with people. It is being able to see eye to eye with people and not really empathize with people, but just kind of bond with them, not even just see a connection with them. I love working with people. I've always worked with people since I was in 4th grade. I worked in a Mexican restaurant, and so it just helped me build up the communication skills and just being able to connect with people. It built all that up for me. And
So what is your greatest weakness?
procrastination. I always put things last. I always get them done though. Even though I do procrastinate, I stress about it and I think about it all the way until the deadline. But it does get done in the end. It always gets done no matter what it is, and I always put in my best effort even though it is done at the last minute.
Why do you want to work for this organization?
Honestly, I've looked up some research, I've done some research on this organization, and honestly, I just think it just suits me the best. The way you guys do things here, you care about your employees, you guys care about the people that come into this hospital, and so I just want to be able to provide for people the same way that you guys do. I want to be able to make this my life. I want to be able to just surround myself with, people who care about other people and being able to provide the best for people, and I think this company honestly does that.
So why did you leave your last job?
It wasn't fitting my schedule. I needed some time off while I was in my last job. I did do track and I did soccer. And while I was applying for them, they said that they would give me the hours that I needed. And, at first that they did, but as time went on, that kind of it didn't work as well, because even though I asked, I can come in at 5 and, stay till close, they would give me 3:30, and practice was from 3:30 to 5, and for example, I pole vault, and so, you have to put in work for that. During track, it's individual, so whatever you do, it just comes out of how much work you put into it, and I went from jumping 8.5 feet to going back to 7.6, and honestly, I could see myself suffering because I did not put in the work in pole vault, and honestly, that's really what ruined it for me for that company.
Okay. And what's your best accomplishment?
My best accomplishment would honestly be sports related. It would be my senior year of high school. We did go to district, and I did win MVP for our district championship, and that is a lot of individual too, but it's also as a team. You know, we got district because we won district because we worked as a team. So, you know, that shows that, you know, we can all work as a team. We're able to get stuff done together. And then in track, I've been to the state for I want to make it 5 years. And so that's individual, like I said. And so being able to go to state for pole vault for all those years, it's just me being able to put in the work, being able to be dedicated to that specific, you know, part of my sport. And so I was able to go to state.
What are your future goals?
I want to be an anesthesiologist. I want to go to medical school, specifically nursing, and I know a lot of people want to give me the advice of going to pre-med. That way, you know, it's faster, it's less money, but just for me as an individual, I just think that going into nursing and getting my bachelor's first, even though it might be more money, it might be more time, I just think, you know, sometimes life does happen and it just hits you with random things, and I just want to be able to be prepared for that. And so, for example, if I don't get into the anesthesiology program the first time around, I'll have nursing to fall back on. I'll have that time to be able to think about what I want to do next, if I want to reapply or if I want to go into something else, you know. So I just think nursing is what I want to go into for now.
Okay. And why should we hire you?
Honestly, I'm always dedicated to, if this is what I want to do, like, you know, I love my job, I love doing what I do, and so if you guys hire me, then I will always put your company at the top of my list, no matter what it is. If you guys need me to come in throughout the weekends or overtime or whatever you guys need me to do, I will do it, because it's something that I love doing, it's something that I want to do. And so since it's something that I love doing, then it's going to be at the top of my priority. It's going to be something that I'm going to work for. I'm going to put in my best effort to make your company look good.
So what are your salary expectations?
I think it's just based on, you know, what you guys expect of me, your expectations, and what you guys think is a fair salary for me.
Okay. And what would your professors say about you?
I am very outgoing. I talk a lot. Obviously, I'm rambling on right now, but I do talk a lot. I like communicating with people. I like bonding with people. And all throughout school, while I was growing up, my parents would always get called because I would always talk. No matter where I got sat down, I would always talk. I would always go on, and that would get me in trouble. But I think that in the end, it kind of just helped me out, because I want to go into this profession. I want to go into nursing. And so being able to communicate with people kind of just got me those communication skills.
So do you have any questions for us?
What benefits do you guys think I would get from working for your company?
You mean like health benefits or
Like,
as opposed to another?
As opposed to another company.
Well, you know, us being a smaller town, I mean, you don't have as much of a commute. I mean, it's not going to take as long. We do pay just as much as the larger cities. So, you know, you have that going for you here.
Okay. And then what do you guys like best about this company?
Basically, the way we treat each other. Our employees are treated equally across the board.
Okay.
Fair practice.
All right.
Yeah, fair business practices and kindness.
Yeah. All right.
All of
That's
that.
it. Yeah, that's it for me. All right. Thank you. Thank you so-
I'm Joe.
All right.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm so short my feet dangle from the
That's my wife. She talks about that all the time.
I know. I'm not short though, I'm fun size, so it's okay.
Yeah, she's 5'2".
I am too, so it's okay. I completely understand.
All right. I understand you are interested in a job with our company.
Yes, I am.
Why our company?
Well, I love working with people and I want to be an anesthesiologist, so I feel like working with your company is honestly what will make me the happiest. I love working with people, interacting with people, and I feel like this job position will honestly make the best thing in my life right now.
But why our company as opposed to the companies down the street?
Honestly, I just think that your company really just suits my lifestyle. I'm not saying like it's just closer to home, not even that. And it's just like I feel like it could really like I could fit in here more as to compared with other companies. I feel like I could be myself here. I could just feel like it's another home to me. It's just, and I feel like it just suits me as a person, you know.
What do you know about our company that makes you feel that way?
Well, I know that you guys do, besides the fact that you guys take care of your employees, you do care about the people that come into your company or the people that come into this hospital. And I think that, that's what I want to do in my life. I want to help people out. I want to help people and make them feel better. And I do want to be part of the company because I want to be able to make them happy. And I want to be able to provide a good name for this company also. And just, show people that this company truly is, the great, what I feel like it is. I feel like it's a great company just helping people in general, and I want to be able to kind of, how do I explain this? Let's see, just kind of how do I put this into words? Let's see. Just to make it just what it is, like I want to make that part of my lifestyle. I want to be able to help people, like I said, and just work, yeah.
So we're interviewing 7 candidates today. What can you offer this company that the other 6 can't?
Honestly, since this is what I want to do, it is a job that I love, I would be, this would be at the top of my list. This company or just the job in general, the position would always be at the top of my list. It would be my top priority because it is something that I love to do and it is something that I want to do. And so no matter what's going on in my life, no matter what's going on in my schedule, I will always put this job first because, like I said, I do love, the job. I do love working with people and I want to be able to make that part of my life. And honestly, if it's something that I love to do, then it's always going to be at the top of my list. It's always going to be my first priority. So anytime that you need me, no matter what's going on, I will always be here, no matter what it is.
Weekends? Overtime?
Yep. It's something that I love to do, and honestly, I don't mind whatever it takes.
What's your greatest strength?
My greatest strength would honestly be communicating with people and being able to see eye to eye with people. Like I'm able to see where they're coming from. I'm able to communicate with them and being able to, just connect with them in general. Like if they have something going on, I'm not gonna say that I had the worst life ever, but I can see eye to eye with them. I can connect with them and see where they're coming from. I did work at a Mexican restaurant since I've been in 4th grade, and so just being able to talk to people through all those years, it's kind of helped me just be able to connect with them and be able to not empathize, but just kind of just seeing where they're coming from, and I'm able to see okay, well, if this is your problem, I can help you with that, or oh, do you need something, then I can provide that help for you, even if it isn't, maybe it's not, my field or whatever. If they're oh, I need help with, I'm having suicidal thoughts, for example, I can be well, I can't really help you with that specifically, but I know someone who can, or I can direct you to somebody who can, and I'll be here for you no matter what it is.
What about your weakness?
Honestly, procrastination for sure. I put things off to the last minute, but even though I do, I always stress about it, and I always, I stress about it until the deadline, but then I always get it done. Even though I do procrastinate, it gets done by the deadline, and I will put in my best effort just to get it done.
What's your greatest accomplishment?
Honestly, I've always done sports growing up. My whole life I did sports. I did track and I did soccer. In soccer, my greatest accomplishment was getting MVP, and also we went to district my senior year. And so just putting in that effort, and in track, I've been to state for 4 years, hoping to go on for 5 years. And as of track, it's just my greatest accomplishment is going to state because it's an individual sport. I pole vault, and so putting in that work throughout the season, and even though it is very hard to put in all that work, you see the results in the end because it is an individual sport. So you get to see all the stuff that comes forth from your effort, and even though it is a struggle throughout the season, you see that putting in all that work and effort, it pays off.
Okay, good. Where do you see yourself in 3 years?
I would like to go into medical school, nursing for sure. Like I said, I want to be an anesthesiologist, and even though everyone says, you know, going through pre-med, it'll be better, it's less money, it's just better in the long run, you don't go to school as long. Honestly, even though nursing, I might have to pay more for it, I just think it's a better option because I have a backup plan. Because sometimes life does happen and, you know, things don't go as planned. But for example, if I don't get into anesthesiology, the anesthesiology program, then at least I have nursing to fall back on until I figure out what I need to do or until I get into the anesthesiology program. I at least have a backup plan.
If I were to ask your professors to describe you, what one word would they use?
Outgoing, for sure. Yes. I like to talk a lot. As you can see, I ramble on and on. All my life growing up, my parents were always called same thing every single year. She talks a lot, no matter where we put her, she's always talking. And you know, it's just, I like talking to people and I like communicating, you know, and so.
Do you have particular salary expectations?
Honestly, I don't. If it's something that I love to do, I don't have any salary expectations. Honestly, you can pay me $1, and if it's something I love to do, I'm going to do it because it's about what I like to do. It's not about the money to me. So if as long as I'm doing what I love, I honestly don't care what I do.
Well, cool. We'll hire you for $1.
By all means, I'll make it work.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
Not that I can think of, no.
All right, some feedback. Always know some specifics, 3 or 4 specifics, about the company that you are applying. Okay. Google it, just go to their webpage, whatever. But your answers to my question about why do you want to work for this particular company were really general. You didn't give me anything about this company as opposed to the companies down the block. Okay, so no 2 or 3 specific things about that company. Where do you see yourself in 3 years? You're talking about being in medical school or whatever. That's fine, but talk about doing that while working here. Okay? An employer isn't going to want to spend the money to hire you and train you knowing that 3 years from now you want to be off somewhere else. Okay? So talk about, I want to be going to med school, but I'm going to have to work my way through, and I want to be doing that here with you. Okay? Everybody that I've interviewed has talked about a specific salary, yours being $1. The answer that I have always given, and it's worked well for me, is when they ask about salary, is I want a salary that works for your expectations and my abilities. Okay? That puts it back on them. They know what their expectations are. And from the interview, your resume, your cover letter, other things they're going to find out about you, they'll know what your abilities are. And knowing all that, they're going to make you a fair offer, okay? Now, once they make you the offer, if it's not good enough in your mind, you can still negotiate from there. But never give them a number to start out with. Okay. And do you have any questions for me? Always have a couple questions, at least 2 questions to ask the interviewer. You might ask the interviewer, if you can't think of anything else, why do you work here? What do you like about working for this company? For one thing, that's going to give you more information about the company. It's going to tell you something probably about their practices, about what's good about working there. It might tell you something about the turnover in the staff, etc. So always have at least 2 questions to ask. Or what would be the biggest benefit for me if I'm working here? Might tell you something that you haven't thought about. Okay. All right. Cool.
How did you dress for the occasion? Yeah, no, they called me this morning and they were like, hey, by the way,
Oh, no.
are you coming? And I was like, I thought it was tomorrow. She was like, oh, sorry, it's today. I forgot to tell you it was today. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, that's all right. And what's your name?
Ashley.
Okay. All right. What would your dream job be?
Anesthesiologist.
What is your greatest strength?
I think my greatest strength is getting along with people and being able to communicate and get my thoughts out and be able to kind of connect with people in the sense that I can see where they're coming from just because I'm not saying that I've been through a lot in life, but I can just like, I don't know, like not show empathy, but kind of just connect with people in the sense and I just try to put myself in their shoes. So yeah.
You're intuitive. All right. What is your greatest weakness?
Procrastination, definitely. I put things off to the last minute, but I'm the person that stresses out until I have to turn it in, and I still leave it off until the last second. So it's kind of like a, I don't know, it doesn't go together, but
You get it done.
yeah.
Why do you want to work for this organization?
I just love people. I love working with people. I love like interacting with people. Like even though I don't have much patience, just when it comes to people in general, I seem to kind of like right now I'm working at a restaurant and it's just I hate waking up early, but once I start talking to people, once I start interacting with people, I just enjoy my job. I love talking to them. I love getting to know them, getting close to them, you know. And it's just I would love to like just talk to more people and just be able to connect with people more.
Why did you leave your last job?
See. Yeah. It really wasn't working for my schedule. Like I had track practice, I had soccer, and it just wasn't really working for me. I really went down in track just because it would cut into my practice schedule, and I just had to find a new job to kind of fit into my schedule and be able to keep up my work and be able to keep up with my school and stuff and still be able to do good while I was still, you know, working in the job.
Okay. Give me your best accomplishment.
Honestly, it really goes. It goes into sports. Honestly, it would either be getting MVP in soccer or just going to state for 4 years in a row in track, football, ball, and I'm hoping to make this year the 5th year. But it's just putting in the work and knowing that all that is just because of me, especially in track because it's an individual competition. So anything you accomplish is because of you, and like you get to see the results and you get to see that putting in the work and the struggle and stuff, it's really worth it in the end.
What are your future goals?
Honestly, right now it's just to get through medical school, be an anesthesiologist, psychologist, and I would honestly like to have a schedule to where I can have a family. That's really it. I would like to have my dream job and have my dream family just work out all that.
Why should we hire you?
I just think I always put my job first, even though I do have other things on my plate. If I know that my job is what I need to do and what I love to do, I always put everything I love to do first, no matter what it is. Even if I have, per se, like a doctor's appointment, if I have to do, go and, let's see, I don't know, just anything. I just always put my job first, if that's what it is. Like, for example, today, I have practice, but, I have to go to work, and, putting my job first is what I like to do. If it's something I love, it's always on the top of the list.
Okay. What are your salary expectations?
Honestly, I don't really have expectations for salary. I'm here for the people. I'm here for the interaction. I'm here for the job. Whatever I get paid, I'll be happy, honestly.
If I were to ask your professors to describe you, what would they say?
Really outgoing, for sure. I always got in trouble for talking. No matter where I got moved to talking, for sure. I talk a lot. I like interacting with people. I can't sit still, but I like doing if I have something to do, I will get it done. Last minute, but I will get it done. I will do my best. I really do whatever needs to be done. But for sure, being outgoing.
Okay, do you have any questions for me? Okay, that concludes our interview. Thank you.
What ACE is, it is a website that will profile you. Okay? So you'll sign up for it. We're not finished. Yeah, we're not finished. We're not finished. So, requirements